Hey guys, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video from the Apex Predator Billiards Club. My name is Apexelgenio, and in today's video we're going to be examining a kick system. One of the most powerful system, very concise, very precise system that is going to help a lot of you players, especially the amateurs, even the intermediate players, and of course we all know that the advanced players are very much aware of this kick system. Now the name of this kick system is the SID system, the SID kick system. Now I have to say that this system was exposed to me about a year or a year and a half ago, so I have to give credit to the person who I learned this from, that is Scott ROHLEDER. Thank you, Scott, for this system. It's an amazing system. When I first saw you do it, I could not believe how precise this system is. And so to show you that the system resonates with me, I am a math teacher by profession. And when I saw that all you had to do was just multiply a few numbers, it took my game, or my kick game I should say, to another level, giving me more chances at the table and getting me out of more complicated or just safeties in general. So I want to share this content with you today to add some power to your game, especially to your kick game, so your opponents will be more surprised about how you get yourselves out of some safety. So let's get into the video and add some more power to your game. Alright guys, now the first thing that we want to talk about in this system is the diamond increments. That's the thing that most of you guys may have trouble with, if there's any trouble that we are going to encounter. So let's try to make this as quick and as concise as possible. We're going to have to be understanding the diamond increments along the long rail here. We're going to need to have an understanding of the diamond system along the first rail contact here. And we're also going to have to be familiar with the diamond increments along the short rail here. Alright, so let's talk about where we're aiming from. Alright, where we're aiming from, we're going to be counting by diamond increments of 1. So my first diamond here is 1, my second diamond here is 2, my third diamond here is 3, this diamond here is 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, just to make it a little bit more precise, when the kicking becomes complicated, when we're in between diamonds, we are now going to multiply the diamond increments over here by 10. So this diamond here is going to be 10, because 1 multiplied by 10 is 10, 2 multiplied by 10 is 20, 3 multiplied by 10 is 30, 4 multiplied by 10 is 40. So we have the diamond increments on the long rail from where we're aiming from. We have the diamond increments of the rail to which we're aiming to. Now we want to know what the diamond increments are going to be for the rail at which we want to exit or we want to touch. Now here, because the table is twice as long as it is wide, we're going to be starting by counting in between the first diamond and the corner pocket. It is 1. Then the first diamond is going to be 2, and after this first diamond we're going to start increasing half diamond increments. So in between the first diamond and the pocket is 1, the first diamond is 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, and the pocket becomes 5. Alright, so if we are able to remember those diamond numbers, then the system, the SID system, is just a basic multiplication system. And here is how it works. We're going to start by showing you how powerful the system is by showing you a kick shot that most of you guys are already familiar with. If it is that you went into a pool hall and you placed the cue ball in the side pocket here, and you placed an object ball in the corner pocket here, and you say to a player, how would you kick the one ball into the corner pocket of one rails? They would more likely tell you it's going to be somewhere around here. But that is obviously by natural instinct or by experience. But here is the math behind why we aim at the middle diamond. The object ball here is at 5. That is 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. And the object ball here is at 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we take 4 and we multiply it by where we want to contact, then it will give us the number over here. So 4 5s is 20. And that is basically why we aim at the middle diamond using the SID system. So if it is that we are here and we aim towards 20, then we should make contact with the 1, which obviously is going to pocket the 1. Now, a lot of players, what they'll do is that it gets a bit complicated when we're playing on slicker tables or where the rails are more highly reactive. So we're not going to be talking about the adjustment just yet. Maybe in part 2, I will explain to you the adjustment of when the table is slick or when the table is old. But for now, let's just take it as the system is very accurate on all tables. So if it is that we aim here at 20, we should make contact with the 1. Now here, I'm going to be taking my measurement at the rail groove that is in front of the diamond. So from here, if you were to aim exactly at the diamond, you may come short, depending on the type of table you're playing on. On my table, if I aim exactly at the diamond, I will come short. So I have to make an adjustment. I'm simply going to be aiming at the rail groove in front of the diamond here. And that will, from my perspective here, makes me feel as if I'm aiming at 19. So that's just something that you have to be familiar with. So if I aim here at 19 and I'm just aiming with topspin, I should be able to make contact with the 1 using the SID system. Now obviously I had a little bit of unwanted running spin on that, so it catch the first rail here and it pocket the 1. But that's just to show you how accurate the system is. Let's extend the system to another level. Alright guys, so I've moved the object ball a diamond in this direction and I'm keeping my cue ball here in the track line 4, 20, 0. That's where I'm keeping it. Now I need to make contact with the 2. And now this tells me, according to the diamond increments on the short rail, this 2 ball is lying at the 4 diamond. This is 4.5, this is 5, this is 4. So I would like the cue ball to be entering into the direction of the 2 at the 4th diamond here. So if I take 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I multiply it by 4, I'll get 16. Now according to my perspective here, 16 is going to be, 16 is 1 increment in this direction here. So that's about 16 here. And if I aim at 16, from my perspective, it feels as if I'm aiming at 15. Now I like to do a little bit of double check just to be careful. So I'll come here and I will look here and say I'm aiming at 16. I should be able to make contact with the 2. Now if you're fortunate, you will make the 2, but the aim of the system, guys, is to actually make contact with the object ball. So here, I'm aiming at 16 here. From my perspective, I'm aiming at 15. And I was fortunate enough to make that 2. It will not always be the case where you just make clean contact like that on the 2. The aim is to make contact with the object ball. And if you're fortunate and on a good day, that ball will be deposited into the pocket. Let's do another example of how powerful this SID system is. Alright guys, so here is where it gets a little bit complicated in terms of, not in terms of the calculations, but in terms of your mind. What is it that you're trying to do? Sometimes we tend to go a little bit too much into trying to make the ball off a kick just to get that attention from the crowd. The aim is try to get yourself out of the safety, and with some fortune you may be able to make contact and pocket the ball. So here, all I'm trying to do here is just to make contact with the 3 ball. Now let's count the diamond increments of the 3 ball. It is 1, 2, 2.5. It is somewhere at the 3rd diamond on the short rail. We are obviously aiming from the 4th diamond here. So this is 4, 20, 0. So we're at the 4th diamond. Now 4 multiplied by 3 is going to give me 12. So 12 is just going to be 2 small increments away from diamond 10 here. So that is 1, 2. So I'm going to go around here. 1, 2, that's about 12. I'm going to pivot around like this, and it makes me feel as if I am aiming at 11. Okay, so I want to also double check again and see, okay, if I come from here, I should be able to come towards the diamond 3, so I may be able to make contact with the 3, and of course, if I'm fortunate, I will get that ball in the pocket. So let's see here. I did make contact with the 3. That is perfect. I wasn't able to fortunately get the 3 into the pocket, but of course you can see here that I did not give up a ball in hand, and that's important. All right, there could be balls on the table where it's congested. A good kick could bring you down table and hide you behind a cluster of balls. All right, so that's pretty much how the SID system works when you're kicking off the long rail and you're trying to make contact with a ball on the short rail. Here's our final example. Now we're going to be extending the system here to this side of the table. All right guys, so this here now in our final example now, and then what I'm going to do is just put a summary at the end of this video for you, just to summarize the things that you need to know about the system here. Now here's where we are on a tough situation. Let's try to create a situation here together. Your opponent, you're perhaps playing, let's say 8 ball here. Your opponent has you here. Okay, and you are snookered on the 3. And that 3 ball is in a very near vicinity to the corner pocket, so you have a very good chance of pocketing the ball. Now, this system will add a bit of precision to your game where you have a reference to aim at, because lots of persons will just kick at the ball using some spin, kick at the ball widely, kick the ball with speed, kick it a bit slow, hoping that it will make. This system here takes all the guesswork out of kicking, and this is why I am fascinated about this SID system. Now here we go. Let's first find out where we need to contact on the short rail here. So here, this is 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. It's 4.5. The 3 ball is around the 4.5 diamond. We are aiming, where are we aiming from? We are aiming from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are aiming from 7. So let's say that the cue ball was on the 7, 35, 0 track line, or you can say 7, 3.5, 0 track line. Okay, if we're there, then we take 7 from where we're aiming from, multiply it by where we want to contact. So 7 multiplied by 4.5. All right, so here is where it gets a little bit complicated when players have to multiply. We need to contact 4.5 and we're aiming from 7. So 7 multiplied by 4 is 28, and 7 multiplied by a half is 3.5. 28 plus 3.5 is equal to 31.5. So this tells me here that I'm going to be aiming at, here is the 30, here is about 31 here. So that tells me I'm going to be aiming here. Now, the cue ball tends to go a little bit long whenever it is that you're aiming from one half of the table to the other half of the table. And this is just an exception to the kick rule of 1 rails. So I'm going to be testing it out for you here. Hopefully in the first try I will get it. But by adjusting, you should see that coming off this 7th diamond here, the cue ball tends to go a little bit long. So you may have to play a little bit harder, or you may have to adjust by a diamond. Let's get into it here. So I'm first going to be aiming at 31.5. So that's about right there. Wow, in my first try, the SID system is magical. You've seen where you can definitely put your opponent in anti-epileptic shock just by you playing this kind of kick shot on your opponent. All right, so that was my first try. I did get it into the pocket, I did make contact, and that was beautiful. All right, so hopefully you guys get a clear understanding of the system. Let's do a quick summary here for you. Let's first understand the diamond increments. On the short reel, where the object ball will most likely be, counts by, let's say here's 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. The diamonds, or the reel from which we're aiming from, is going up by 1. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to be making contact with this reel first. We're going to multiply this reel here by 10. So 1 multiplied by 10 is 10. So this is 10. 2 multiplied by 10 is 20. 3 multiplied by 10 is 30. 4 multiplied by 10 is 40. And I guess you get the idea. And you simply find out what diamond number the object ball is on. Find out where you're aiming from, multiply those two numbers, and then of course aim at the value or the product of that number, and you should be able to make decent contact with the object ball. Now the SID system can be extended to the long reel, but I'm going to be making another video for you as it relates to kicking off the long reel, that is full table, using the SID system. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I hope it adds some power to your game. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing kick video. Again, thank you, Scott ROHLEDER, for this system. I'm extending it out to the population so that you guys can become better kickers and become the next Efren Bata Reyes. Do thank you for watching Apex Predator Billiards, and I'll see you next time in another tutorial video.